Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Today, we are looking at and implementing our first version of damage states for the Sreevanix Titan, who's a mid-level boss for our very first level. We're kind of hitting them big, trying to get people hooked, and we want to lead with our best foot forward. So, Dimitri, thank you for turning this around. So, to catch people up, and maybe to catch you up, Dimitri, let me flip over here. So, a couple things. Do I still have this? I don't have that anymore. 1 second, let me dig this up. Do I have it here? Is it here? Is it here? All right, so... All right, first and foremost, that's not gonna work. Plop. Let me drag this up in here. Ploop. All right, actually zoom out so I don't have the wrong resolution. And over here, all right, cool. So, Mr. Dimitri, when we got the first version of damage states, this texture doesn't match the same space as the sprite sheet doesn't match the same sprite sheet that the non-damage state has. And it's probably a difference between my export and your export. So if you just export the original without the damage state into a sprite sheet for me, then they'll align. So you can see here when they come in, like there's something that they don't quite. Do they fit? Wait a minute. Let me take a look. Oh no, they don't. So yeah, so even though they're almost aligned here, you can see here like the horns aren't quite aligned. So they're just off by a little bit. Like I said, it's probably a little difference between mine and yours. The fang here is on the edge. So, but that's that. So that's feedback for you. So what I did, Dimitri, in order to set this up is I basically went through and I created, so we're gonna have 4 sheets. Man, it's a lot of texture memory. So 4 sheets, so it's gonna be 3 damage states and then it's gonna be the main state, the non-damage state, and then 3 additional damage states. So to show you how I implemented this, and we'll do a quick play. So here, I can't tell if there's a better way to do it, but this seems to work for me. So we got individual dudes. So these guys don't have any collision, and they don't have, because they don't have any collision, they don't take damage, they don't do damage to things, which is good. This is what we want in this case because they're just visual. And then it's like an onion, right? So they're layers. And so we made sure that each state has the correct, has the rendering order higher than the previous state. So, and then we have the final state here. So with that, let me put these back to where they were. All right. So with SHMUP Creator, super helpful to have accurate placement for numeric values. So we're just adjusting the translation on the x-axis for each of these images because they need to be exactly on top of each other. So that gives the illusion that it's all one creature. Okay, so basically what happens is we have a little bit of logic here, which is these are just triggers. And so this main trigger, each of these triggers is connected to the main non-damage state. So we only have one damage state because collision volumes overlap, and then it would be harder to do damage to the correct layer. So that's why we set it up that way. And on each of these triggers, there is we're evaluating the enemy's HP, and then he's got 15,000 hit points total. So at 12,000, we basically destroy state 1. At 8,000 hit points, then we destroy state 2. And then at 4,000 hit points, we destroy state 3. So why don't we jump over and I'll just show you what's up. I put a little weapon plate here just to make it easier to burn down the damage on the boss. So you can see right now he's in state 1. So that's the top layer there. He's a little bit invulnerable, and then the battle gets ready to get started, and we're off to the races. You can see the damage being done to him at the bottom bar. And I'll just run this through a little bit here. I had to, because we changed the collision. Oh my goodness. Because we changed the collision size and overall resolution, then what I expect is you saw we just switched to state 2. So because we switched the collision size, I had to go back and retune. Oh my goodness, I had not even paid attention. I had to retune all the weapon sizes, scale values, and positioning. So turned out to be kind of a big pain in the ass. So I'd also spent a couple hours implementing this version. So just something I've learned for us in the future, right? So good to pay attention to. So you can see here we're burn off more of the boss's HP. I'm not taking damage. Not gonna take the damage. I don't know how much of those things wreck. Hey, up in the corner. Gotta watch out. So we just hit state 3. And so there, and of course, so when we do, so what we're going to do is each state of the boss then is going to switch to a more damaged state, which is going to be super cool. So like the horns are going to be all ripped off. You know, like some of the back flaps are going to be gone. He's going to have like big bullet-like holes in the face. We're still working on that. And then yeah, so we're in state 3. So I'm just going to pop him with a super duper. And you can see that we hit final state. And so now that we're in final state, this would be the final damage state, final form of the boss as well, if you will. And oh, just do it, daddy. And then we'll work on. So the cool thing that I'll do is I'll see if I can. Oh, I just died again, man. I'm just getting wrecked. We'll see. I think that was the late. Oh, we got a bug. This is fixed in the next version. So not our bug. It's a bug in the engine with lasers. So, but it's the last pixel. So, anyways, and then what I'll do, Dimitri, is we will have each of the damage states here, of course, and to give you a sneak preview for the folks out there. I already showed it earlier, but let me bring it back in. There we go. All right. So you can see here in damage state 1, like he's got these bullet holes. I think we need a bit more fleshy, Dimitri, and more of like gashes and gouges. But like one of the eyeballs got popped, you know. So it's a good start. We got some scratch marks on the fins. So, but progressively, what's going to happen is damage state 2 will then be probably like we'll like lose a couple more of the eyes, maybe a chip the tusk here. We'll have some more wreckage in the jawline. Maybe a chunk of flesh, like you can see here we have a little some more damage here. Maybe part of the ear goes off, a chunk of the horn, and then the third. By the time you get the final form, like the horn's gonna be all busted off. There's gonna be like one last like eyeball there. But what I'll do, Dimitri, is I will then play with the particle system and see if I can do things like leaky blood. I'm not sure with the layering because the engine isn't super great at establishing the correct layers. But if I can put a particle system on top of everything, which I am not entirely sure I can do right now in this version, then I can do things like add, blood drips and stuff like that as well. So, and then at the, for the finale, I think what I'll do is because he's a Titan, instead of exploding him everywhere, I think like his damage form will have him like basically he'll like submerge into the sea. So that's how we're set up. I think it's going to work, which is great. That was I think the update. I'm looking forward to the next damage states, and let's make sure also to re-export the base non-damage state as well, so they all are perfectly layered on top of each other. All right, I appreciate it. Thanks everybody that's out there for watching and liking and subscribing, and for the commentary and the play testing. Much love. Appreciate everybody. Talk to you soon.